Getting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Kenny George Road to Glory here on College Football 25. That's right, Smooth Jazz returns, and he's got a big decision to make at the beginning of today's episode. At the end of last one, we ended the sophomore season of Kenny George, the first year of his career where he was the starter. He led them to an 11-3 record, the Memphis Tigers. He led the Memphis Tigers to an 11-3 record and a huge opportunity to dominate. Unfortunately, the end of the season didn't go necessarily the way that we would have wanted it to go, and now we make it to the offseason where Kenny George has a big decision. Does he stay at Memphis, where he's been loyal? He could have left after his freshman season where he didn't play a single snap, and they didn't even redshirt him, so he just wasted a whole year of his eligibility. He sat behind Seth Henigan his freshman year. He chooses to stay loyal to Memphis and come back as a sophomore thinking he was going to be the starter. Instead, they make him the third string, and he has to battle his way to get the starting job at Memphis. So they already have done him dirty twice. So does he reward that behavior with more loyalty just because they had an 11-win season and now they're a top 10 ranked team in the nation? Or does Kenny George pack his bags and transfer to a new school? We will find out at the beginning of today's episode. If you're going to enjoy, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go see where Kenny George's path takes him. It is decision time. Kenny George, the starter for most of the season, his sophomore year in Memphis. 11-3 bowl game victory. And now he has a huge career-altering decision to make. Does he come back to Memphis for his junior year, or does he transfer to a new school and have a new destiny? I think we've had enough with Memphis. Sutton Smith graduated, so our number one option at running back is gone. Jacoby Banks, I think, is still there, but not having Sutton Smith is a little bit of a worry. I think it's time for Kenny George to make the transition. We will not be returning to Memphis for his junior year. We will be transferring to the ACC and being the new quarterback for the Virginia Tech Hokies. That's where we're going. Commit to the school. Yes, we want to sign with Virginia Tech, and there it is. He's committed. The 3-star from Pickerington, Ohio, Kenny George, is a Hokie. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're actually here. Now all we got to do is get to Season 3, the junior year of Kenny George. And remember, the quarterback that was here was a senior. So that means we should have a good shot at winning the job. But I guess we'll have to wait and find out. I don't know if we're going to initially be given the starting spot right away or if we'll have to earn it, but that's what this first episode is all about, trying to find out if we are going to be the starter or we have to earn the starting job. Luckily, we already have a lot of coach trust. I don't know if that carries over from Memphis to Virginia Tech, but if it does, then we should be in a good spot to have already become the starter. But I guess we'll find out what's this going to be. Fan favorite has been deactivated. It's understandable. We did transfer schools. But we are here in the bye week. We have 6 energy points. Are we the starting quarterback of the Virginia Tech Hokies? We certainly are. The junior is the starter. Exactly how we drew it up. That's why we came here. That is why we came here. We have 4 skill points. That's not really too much to do anything with. But we will do our energy here. We've got exams in 8 weeks, so we'll have to get that ready to go. But we definitely want to get our leadership up. We want to be a leader in the program here. We don't have to worry about injuries. We're almost a superstar brand, so that's pretty awesome. We'll keep working on our academics. We'll put another one into leadership. And we can't put another one into academics, so we'll put another one into leadership. There we go. So we're now into excellent, but I want to get all the way up to perfect leadership there. And now we should have it activated again. Clear-headed has been activated. I think we have platinum clear-headed, actually. So that's huge for road games and stuff, especially in the ACC. But we will move on to week number 1. Week 0, we didn't have anything going on. Week number 1 is upon us. And we got to try to surpass all of our... Yeah, look at the distance we have between us and the backups in terms of coach trust. I mean, these guys are all the way back here. The backup is so far behind us, he's got no chance of catching us. We could throw 17,000 interceptions. And now Audrey's back. Hey, Kenny, we're having this thing in my dorm this weekend. Probably about 20 to 30 people. We just can't get caught by the RA again. Do you want to come? You know what, Audrey? You've been trying to get me to go to these parties for 3 years. I'm going to decline. I'm good. Thoughts be gone. And our first game of our career in Virginia Tech is against the number 16 ranked Clemson Tigers. Talk about anticipation. Talk about getting thrown into the fire immediately. We've now moved to unprepared. We'll toss another into academics, and we'll toss one more into leadership. Kenny George will debut for the Virginia Tech Hokies against Clemson. This is not going to be easy. On the road against 16-ranked Clemson, what a challenge. Can we live up to the hype? We came in as a very highly touted transfer. Can we take Virginia Tech to the heights we need to take them? We will find out. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get much bigger than on the road against a top 25 team in your debut as a new quarterback for a new team. And Kenny George starting out hot. We know he's got the wheels. This is one of the big reasons why Virginia Tech was so keen on transferring him in. And we got to get to know our new additions here, our new teammates. Are we going to have an overpowered running back like Sutton Smith? I mean, he's off to the start. That's a really good start for Kanye Roberts. We got a little Kanye action in here. I'm down for it. The number 10 toughest place to play is Death Valley. And it's certainly going to live up to that. We got a little halfback slip screen. Slip. We've got a star wide receiver in green. So maybe that can be our new favorite target, like Sutton Smith and Jacoby Banks. The screen does not work at all, so the play calling needs to be a little bit better from the Virginia Tech offensive coordinator. And we cannot see any of our routes. I'm pretty sure I know what routes I called, but I don't know what buttons they are, which is a little bit unfortunate. And I'm going to run away from everybody. Unfortunate first drive for Kenny George and the offense. But we live to fight another day. This Clemson team is going to be unbelievably tough to play against. So you gotta fight your battles sparingly. Got to choose when to throw the football and when to not throw interceptions. We could have some good running backs. Mac Drummond and Kanye Roberts might be a nice little 1-2 punch. Little power and speed, little thunder and lightning. Possibility. And Drummond will get a first down. Good job. And it looks like the offensive coordinators want to go heavy into the run game, which I'm not necessarily opposed to, especially against a tough team like Clemson where we're not going to be able to see our routes. It's probably easier to just get yards like this as long as it's successful consistently like it has been so far. All right, Kenny. Give this ball to Kanye Roberts. He's going to go nowhere, really. They want to go read option here. I do have 25 chances to change plays. And I think I want to keep this one. Kenny George to the sidelines. Kenny George. 3rd and 2. I probably should have let that go. I'm going to use one of my changes here. We're not going to run RPO because we're just going to run our normal run with Drummond. And hopefully he gets this first down. It's 3rd and 2 from the 15. Get there, Drummond. Get that first down. He does. Good job, Drummond. This offense coordinator is very into the run game. That is for sure. Very, very into the run game, but it's working. I mean, Kanye Roberts gets up to the 6. It's a good run. You know what? I got to call a passing play here. I mean, the run game is working, to be fair, but we got to call a pass play every once in a while, or Clemson's going to figure out our game plan here, and the passing game might not be the right idea because I'm 0 for 2 so far. Maybe the coordinator's on to something. Maybe there's a reason he's calling all run plays because the Clemson DBs might be prepared. Although, are they prepared for that? That's not my fault. That is 100,000% not Kenny George's fault that interception got picked, or that ball got picked off. My guy got bumped in the end zone, and it slowed down his progress, and the ball just floated. So that is 1,000% not on me. I will not take that as my fault. And we will fight another day. We got a fade option. The fade option's not there, so Kenny George is going to scramble. Kenny George got a little bit of speed, takes the first down, and that's the end of the first quarter. Virginia Tech and Clemson in a 0-0 contest so far. I don't know what play I picked. I hope this is the right play and not just a fake play. It looks like it is. This stadium in Death Valley is packed, as you would expect. And if I can get that ball down, that could have been a good throw, but the Clemson D-end was right there to shut me down. Okay. Not a good start for Kenny George's career here in Virginia Tech territory, but 3rd and 2. All right. They want to run the football again. I'm not really a big fan of a 3rd and 2 run in this situation, but maybe it'll work. We're going to change it to a play-action run, or play-action pass, I mean. And I'm actually going to step up in this pocket, spin around the dude, and get brought down to the 24 for a sack. Yeah, that didn't go my way. Rough first half for Kenny George in his debut with Virginia Tech. He's thrown 1 interception already, and Clemson finally breaks the tie. They finally break open the scoreboard here with a touchdown late second quarter. This could be a little bit too tough for Kenny to try to fight back from, but it's still early. We still got a lot of game left to go. We asked for that tougher competition. I mean, that's why we changed teams and changed conferences. We wanted that bigger challenge, that tougher matchup. And we're getting it right here. I mean, starting your career against Clemson is not really, it don't really get tougher than that. I'm going to go to the side, and hopefully that works, and it doesn't. I wanted to go to the other dude, but I didn't know what his button was. I saw triangle, so I thought that it was him. I just kind of saw it out of my peripherals. Thought that it was going to be him, and it wasn't. I have not completed a pass yet here in Virginia Tech. It's not really that good, is it? You probably want your starting quarterback to complete a single pass in his career. Deep ball, intercepted in the end zone. I got hit on the throw. I didn't really have much to do. 2 interceptions. I've completed 2 passes technically because I've completed 2 interceptions to the other team. Maybe the coach is starting to question transferring in Kenny George. I would be if I was the head coach of Virginia Tech. But it's his first game. What do you expect? Kenny's just trying to get a feel for the system, get a feel for who's good and who's not. And this Clemson team is a tough, tough matchup. I really hope our next game is not as difficult because we really need a little palate cleanser after a game like this. We need a palate cleanser. I don't even know what play I picked. I can't see it because the screen or the routes are getting all changed. It's going to be some sort of motion. Is it a run? What did I pick? I picked a pass. I don't know what button that guy is, so I'm just going to take off and run with Kenny George. All right, first down. We got 43 seconds and 2 timeouts. 43 seconds, 2 timeouts. If we can get down the field, we can get a field goal or maybe even a touchdown. I got to throw that a little sooner than I needed to, but it's not incomplete, or it's not caught. It is incomplete. Oh, that was going to be a perfect throw. If it was just a little bit better on the timing, that would have been a beautiful throw. That one is caught for a first down. Good job. Big catch. We still have 2 timeouts. We got to make some magic happen here. I got to slide up in the pocket. It's not going to work. We're going to call our second timeout. They're doing a good job of containing my scrambles. 2nd and 11. Come on, Kenny. Do the dang thing. It's not going to matter. Pressure instantly. Barely got the ball away. Clemson is a different type of animal. I will tell you that much. Throw it away. Caught. We've got one timeout in 11 seconds. We're going to run no huddle so we can save that timeout because the clock will stop momentarily. Now it goes. So we got to snap. Stop pointing. We got to snap it. We got to fire it. That could work. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Kenny George's first passing touchdown of the season out of his career here in Virginia. And it's at the very end of the half. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. That is really, really good. Woo! What a good throw, too. What a good throw. We're not going to go RPO. We're just going to hand the football off. Get a yard out of it. That's okay. Because maybe, just maybe, we can get something working here. Probably not. Got to scramble and brought down instantly. Nothing really open. I just feel like I never have any sort of time to move around in the pocket because the pocket collapses very quickly. I got to scramble. Just take it. R1 I was looking at the whole way, but I never thought that was going to be open ever. We're not doing an RPO, or we're not doing a wide receiver screen. Those barely ever work. We're going to run play action, or we're going to run read option and hand it off to the running back. And I think that's Kanye Roberts. He got the nice carry. 2nd and 6, handing the football off to Roberts. Get the outside. Yes, Kanye! Yes, Kanye! Touchdown, Virginia Tech, and we have the lead. We have stunned the Tigers here in Death Valley. We have stunned them in Death Valley. They answer with a field goal, so it's 14-10 as we get closer and closer to the end of this game. If only I could turn on the chew clock. And look at Drummond out here getting a first down carry. Like a Mack truck, Mac Drummond carries that football. I really wish I could turn on the chew clock. Hand the ball off to Roberts. He's going to get nothing on the read option. I didn't have anything on my side either. Can I flip this play? Flip. I can't flip the halfback screen. Can I flip it this way? I guess I can't flip the halfback screen. Okay, whatever. We run it this way, and hopefully it works. And it does, but the blocking did not work. I really needed the blocking to be better there, and he would have had a huge gain. A huge gain. Play action verticals. I don't know what the routes are. Or I knew what the routes were. I don't know what the buttons were is what I should have said. And I didn't have time to even find out what the buttons were. So after a good first couple of drives, we have shut down here lately. If I can do an RPO the right... Oh, did I not change my RPO? Can I not do it like that? Oh, I guess I can't do it like that. I don't know. I don't know how RPOs work. Well, I know how they work. I don't know how I can change, if I can hot route or anything like that. Let me turn on chew clock. I really, really would like to turn on the chew clock here because I would like to take as much time as physically possible off of this clock and not allow Clemson to take any more time to have a football, a drive. 3rd and 5. What you got for me, Kenny? This is where heroes are made. Off the helmet of the Clemson defender. It's incomplete. Turnover on downs. Well, a punt for the Hokies. But the defense continues to do good, and we turned over Clemson. We are on their 20-yard line with a chance to score, and Kanye Roberts has got a great run. A terrific run for Kanye Roberts, and I wish this crowd was not shaking my screen. Oh, yep, that didn't go very well. Sacked on the play. It's been a struggle against Clemson, I will say that much. It has been a struggle, but somehow, some way, we lead by 4. And maybe we can go up by a little bit more. 3rd and goal from the 5. Spacing, I just don't think really works. But maybe the slants don't either. I guess there's only one way to find out. Scramble. Kenny George gets it done himself. And Virginia Tech might have iced it. And the ice is in the veins for Kenny George. Let's go. A rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown, but Clemson has fought back and got a touchdown. 21-16. Now you got to be glad that we scored that touchdown right there with Kenny. Drummond breaks off an initial tackle, gets it down. If we can just take all this time off, man, I really wish Chew Clock was a thing in Road to Glory because we would be so much more comfortable. But Mac Drummond gets another first down carry. But like, if we had True Clock on, we'd already be at the 2-minute warning by now. It just makes it so much more nerve-wracking, so much more intense. Kanye Roberts going to get nowhere on that one, even lose a yard. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Lost a yard. Does Green just burn down the field? I hope he does. He heard me, so I hope he just burns down the field. He does not, in fact, burn down the field, so we just have to throw it somewhere. Yeah, Green did not win, and even at all, even a little bit, he did not win. 3rd and 11. Do I get this to work? Up the field, up the field, up the field. This could work. It could get intercepted either way. It's not going to work. Punting the football back to Clemson is not an ideal situation to be in, but I didn't really have any options, did I? And the defense does their job. Another shutdown and maybe even a turnover. I don't know. We're into good territory from the 20-yard line like we started that previous drive. But, wow, Roberts gets killed on that one. Absolutely crushed. And they're going to be using their timeouts. They used the first one. I'm actually going to pull this and try to pull it outside. How in the world did I not get out to the edge there? That's a little crazy I didn't get out to the edge. I feel like I should have. But as long as we make them use all their timeouts, which they will on this drive or this play, they've used all their timeouts, kick the field goal, go up 24-16, we'll feel a little bit more comfortable. Take the points. We did. It's 24-24, a minute to go. Clemson has waited all game just to finally instantly score. They could have done that all game, and now they finally do it. And a deep ball could end it. Intercepted by Clemson. Kenny George might have given Clemson the victory with a deep ball. I mean, it looked like it was open, to be fair. It was one-on-one a little bit. Oh, we got the ball right back. So they must have turned it over back to us. That looked like it was open. I can't be the only one. That's wide open, though. That's going to be Green. We have 2 timeouts, so it's not like we are in a bad situation. And that ball already gets us close to field goal range. I think they heard the vertical route call. I hope it's a run play. I could have sworn I called a vertical play. I'm going to call a timeout here. They want me to run it again. I mean, I guess we can trust the field goal. If that's really what we want to do, I guess that's what we do. We trust the kicker. Hand the ball off, line it up. Kanye Roberts gets the first down. And all we do is take this clock down. I'm not going to snap it. I'm going to take this clock down. We've lined it up fairly well. And we're going to take our 3 points and get out of Death Valley with a victory. Call the timeout. And here it is. For the game and for the upset of Kenny George's career. Going into Death Valley against number 16 in the nation. And it's over. 27-24. Kenny George, even though he may not have done it himself, is the quarterback that leads Virginia Tech into Death Valley and beats Clemson in regulation. 27-24. Wow. What a game. It was a little shaky at times, most of the game really. It was a little shaky. Few interceptions that could have gone without being thrown. But for the most part, Kenny George against a tough team, the toughest team he's ever played. And I'd say we got it done. What a huge game for Kenny George. We start our career here in Virginia Tech with a 1-0 record, beating a massive team in Clemson, ranked number 16. That definitely should earn us some big coach trust, but it looks like we barely even nudged it. We are looking pretty good for our exams. We'll continue to study. And we've got a message from a local fitness company. It's not showing me their name or their profile picture. Feels very shady. They give classes to the general public twice a week. We're looking for someone to be ambassador for the next 3 months. I'd get free lifetime classes and a membership to our state-of-the-art fitness facility. I don't know if you understand, buddy, but I am the starting quarterback of a Power 4 college team, so I have state-of-the-art fitness facilities at my disposal. It's a 12-week contract for 3 energy up front, and I get a permanent +5 stamina boost. I'm going to decline the deal. +5 stamina doesn't feel very impactful in the long run. I mean, I feel like I don't really run out of stamina. So we are going to put some energy into our health to get us back fully, completely healthy. We'll put some into studying to make sure we are on target for that. And we'll become a better leader. So we are looking pretty darn good. We did get a level up, so we have 5 skill points. Now, I don't think that's good enough to do anything. If I can find out. Here's upgrade player. I don't think that's good enough to really change anything. Yeah, 9. I mean, we could do 4, which gets us elusiveness. But elusiveness doesn't really do anything that crazy. We could do IQ for only 3. But I think I should probably just save these and put them into either throw power or just power in general. Or maybe accuracy. That's probably the smarter one to do. Get our accuracies up a little bit. Or even this one, get our speed up. But definitely want to save our skill points. It takes forever to get your skill points up. That is for sure. But the final game of the episode today will be against Old Dominion. We go back home for the first time ever in front of our home crowd. And we take on Old Dominion. Do we have any cool uniforms we can wear? I know Virginia Tech's got some cool ones. We just gotta go out there and show it. So we got the white helmet. I like that. White helmet looks pretty clean. The 2023 home ones. Okay. What about the alternates? Ooh, little creamsicle action? Okay. We got to have some cool ones. Come on, give me some cool ones. I know they have a black uniform somewhere. Is that not in the game? Oh, that's depressing. I could have sworn they had a black uniform that they've worn before. But maybe that's just not in the game yet. So we'll rock with the normal home uniforms and go up against Old Dominion. Now, this is a little bit more my speed. I'm just hoping that I don't play down to the competition. Kenny George will debut in front of his home crowd. I mean, he's the kid. He's got it all. I mean, he went into Clemson and beat the number 16 ranked team in the nation in his first ever game for Virginia Tech. So he's the man on campus right now. Even though he didn't play the greatest, a couple interceptions, a little bit sloppy, he got it done when it needed to get done. Got him into field goal range. And got the field goal that won the game. So, I mean, you can overlook the interceptions, the poor decision making, if at the end of the day you win the football game. And I think the crowd is pretty much behind Kenny at this point. I mean, he's experienced. He's got big time game experience. He's a conference champion. He won the American last season as a true sophomore. I mean, he's got some football experience. He's been around the league a little bit. He'd been around the country. And these passes, I don't know how these passes are not getting to the receivers. I feel like I'm throwing them hard enough where they should be going to the receivers, but the DBs are playing very good defense. And just like against Clemson, we start our game with a couple incomplete passes. This running back duo of Mac Drummond and Kanye Roberts might be pretty good. We got 2 really decent running backs. Now, maybe Clemson's defense and Old Dominion's run defense are not great. That's also a possibility, but right now they're looking pretty solid. And we are right back to the OC's game plan, which is just hand the ball to the running backs and let them get the yards. Apparently, he doesn't have trust in Kenny George to get the job done. Even when I try to change the play, it's 2 other runs, so I only have run options. Seems like we're a very run-heavy, run-focused team. There we go. Finally is a passing play. We've got Holloway going deep. We've got some interesting things. I'm pretty sure one of the reasons why I chose to come to Virginia Tech was their receivers were fast. And so I need to see that on the field. I need to see some speed. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure when we were choosing what team we were going to go to or evaluating the teams, the receivers were a big factor. Yeah, so Adams is fast. I can't make changes. So Aiden Green is our junior with the start development. He's got 91 and 96 acceleration, or 95 acceleration, 96 agility. So he's a pretty good guy. He's a pretty fast receiver. We do have some speed. We got everybody that matters that's over 90. So we should be able to make some magic happen here. It's just a matter of if Kenny George can get the ball to them. Oh, they left the middle of the field wide open. Look at the running room for Kenny George. And Kenny G, smooth jazz, takes it for a huge gain. A huge gain. You got to put a spy in the middle of the field if you're going to play against Kenny George. That's the only way you can contain the scramble. We're going to go read option here. I know I'm using a lot of change play things at the very beginning of the game, but I believe it's worth it because it's going to change to a touchdown. Kanye Roberts scores, and Virginia Tech leads against Old Dominion. We lead against Old Dominion. But now we're at our own 2-yard line. That's not good. Hand it off. Okay. Decent. Maybe the shock option will work. The slot fade with Holloway. I think Holloway is the faster of the three. But he's not really open. That corner, that safety did a really good job of playing it. Oh my God, that's going to float. Interception. Yep. I tried to playmaker him up the field because I thought that would be an elite play. And it could have been an elite play, but the ball floated so crazily. So crazily. And that's the main reason why we will never win a Heisman with Kenny George, because I throw way too many interceptions, and the system does not like quarterbacks that throw interceptions in any simulation football game. Either Madden, you don't win MVP if you throw a lot of interceptions. College, you don't win Heisman if you throw a lot of interceptions. So, and that's really what I do. That's the calling card of my time here in video game land is I throw interceptions. It's just what I do. I'm a gunslinger. Call me Brett Favre. Incomplete pass. I got to focus up, though. I'm playing a little too sloppy. This is not Clemson. This is Old Dominion. They're not even New Dominion. They're Old Dominion. Is that caught? That's a wild catch by Aiden Green. Took him into the bench. We're going to hand this off to Mac Drummond, and he's going to take it for a big gain because that's what he does. Mac Drummond, big-time play. All right, last time we ran the read option, it worked for a touchdown. Do they follow? I'm going to keep it. Oh, Kenny's got room. Oh, big hit. Kenny George took a huge hit, but he got a big play out of it, so that works in my favor. Drummond's in the backfield. We're going to hand it off to him. He's going to get a good amount of yards, 4, pretty solid. And they're going to let me pass the football. I'll take it. We get a lot of these. Where do we throw this football to? Right there? I mean, that's going to be a little off target. Yep, little bit off target. I had it. He was open. Just pulled it a little bit out of reach. I'm going to step up and run, and Kenny George is going to extend this drive a little bit further. Take a big shot, but get the first down and more. I don't really want to run a scat play, but I guess that's my best option. Unless I can hot route Holloway for a corner route and send Drummond on an in. That might be a better option. If I can wait on it, Drummond catch! Down to the 3. Okay, and they want me to hand the football off. I'm not a selfish quarterback. I'll let him run this for possible touchdown. And he's diving but denied. Mac Drummond dove and was denied. That's a wild thing to have happen. Oh, I should have kept it myself. Maybe I would have got in. And they're going to pull me at the 1-yard line. You cannot pull me. You cannot pull me at the 1-yard line, coach. They scored the touchdown, so we did go for it. I just wasn't in there for some reason. My injury risk is very severe right now, so Kenny's got to be careful. Kenny's got to be real careful. If he takes another hit like he's been taking, we could be donezo for a while. I'm sitting on this corner route, and I'm hitting it. That's either going to be complete or not. It's complete. Big catch. The corner route works to perfection. Oh, they're challenging if he had possession. Obviously, that's not what they're challenging. They're challenging if he had feet in, but they're stupid. I think that might even have been an NFL catch. I think he got both feet in there. What are they going to give him? It wasn't the greatest ball, but it was a good ball, and it looks like they're going to keep it a catch. We're at the 19-yard line. Thank you very much, referees. And I am going to go end zone, tight end, dropped. I hate that the ball just carries so much. I feel like I can't ever put power on the football because if I do, it's going to be in the red. But sometimes I need to throw that ball harder. That ball's a touchdown every single time if I have a little bit more power on it. But if I put more power on it, it goes for an incomplete pass. It goes like inaccurate. Or behind him or something like that. Oh, but Kenny might have room for a touchdown here. Diving Kenny George into the end zone. Superman into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. He's going to put things to work. He'll put the team on his back. Do what needs to be done. 21-7, Virginia Tech leads over Old Dominion. And I wonder, would we ever get to the point where they'd pull me? Probably not yet, but if this works, they might. It's a deep ball, a one-play touchdown. I think that might have been Holloway down there. Touchdown, Virginia Tech, and now we're just cooking. Now we're just cruising along. And, I mean, Old Dominion's making the mistake again. They're trying to press up with no safety help over the top. You made the mistake once. Dropped. I think I threw it to the wrong side of the field. I probably should have thrown it to the right side or the left side of the field. I think Green also won. But I chose to throw it to the right side of the field, and it didn't work. That does, though. 25 seconds. We're going to run some hurry up. We're going to go verticals down the field. Because somebody's going to get open. And I think it's Holloway. And it is dropped! Are you kidding me? How did he drop that? Oh, the rain. Or wait, what? I know it was underthrown slightly because it was a red bar throw. This just... He didn't put his hands... This is a catch. And he just let it go. He didn't even attempt to catch it. It just went past it. Like his hand stopped working for a second. If I pause it, like right here, this is a catch. You catch this football. But apparently he just let it go through his hands. I'm so confused on how this is not a catch. I know it was a red bar throw. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. But it ends up not being a catch. And it could have been a touchdown if it was a catch. In fact, it's not a catch, and we have to try to regroup after that, which I don't really know. It's intercepted. Yep. I didn't know what route Circle was running until I saw him across the field, and I was like, oh, he's going to be open. And then I saw that guy there, and I was like, oh, he's not open. Okay. 2 interceptions thrown so far against Old Dominion, 3 against Clemson. We're off to a hot start this year, aren't we? We're off to quite the hot start in Virginia. Where do they play? It's like Blackville, or I forget where Virginia Tech plays their football games, their home games, but I feel like I'm kind of Blackpool. I don't know. That's England. I don't know. It's something like that. Virginia Tech 28-7 over Old Dominion. Hasn't really been too much of a struggle. There's been some annoying things that have happened, but overall hasn't really been like Clemson. They were getting pressure on me. I was having to make bad decisions. Now I'm just making bad decisions because I'm just bad at the game. That's the Old Dominion really hasn't had any impact on why I'm making the bad decisions. I'm just making them because I'm bad. That's really all that's about that. So we hand this ball off. Mac Drummond stiff-arming people out of his shoes. The fact that we ran that on 3rd down is kind of crazy, but I don't ever get chances to throw, so what do you want me to do? 28-10. Okay. 28-10. Late 3rd quarter. We're going to hand this off to Drummond on the jet touch pass. And there it is. Is it going to work? No, it's not. 2 yards. 2 yards. And look at that. If I even change the play, it goes to an RPO or another run. They don't trust me throwing the football. They've seen me play, and they don't trust me throwing the football. Understandable. An injury for Old Dominion. Can I get Drummond to make a crazy corner route? I know he's a running back, but what's his route running look like? Across the middle, it's going to be Aiden Green. Big play. And another chance to run the football with Kanye Roberts. I really wish Chew Clock was in the game. But Kanye Roberts takes it up the field. 2nd and 3. RPO, I don't want to run that. So we're going to change it to a passing play. And we're going to hope that maybe Holloway has a chance to break free. I'm actually going to have to scramble here. Get out of the pocket. Get up for the first down and more. I might have had X. I was noticing as I was running that he was like running with me. But I wasn't sure if I could angle my body because I'm not a lefty. I would have had to like switch and flip the hips. Flip the hips? And I don't know if that would have worked. So just take the yards. 2nd and 6. What happens here? What happens here? Probably a Drummond out route or a little whip route. 3rd and 3. Whip. Flip the hips with the whip. 3rd and 3. Get this first down. Come on, Drummond. Get there. You hesitated and you didn't get it. 4th and 2. He hesitated. He had it. He just hesitated and didn't get it. Unfortunate for Mac Drummond. And this will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've got 1 quarter remaining. Up 28-10 at home against Old Dominion. We're looking pretty sexy. A pretty comfortable advantage. Let's go out there and end it. He's loving it. I don't even know what species of animal he is, but it looks to me like some sort of bird combination with a alien. I don't know what it is. But he's having a good time in the rain. And so are the running backs. The running backs have been doing really good. Now, like I said at the beginning, it could just be a combination of Clemson and Old Dominion's run defense is not great. Or the running backs are just going to be really good this year. It's also a possibility. He gets the first down on the read option. They want to go back-to-back read option? I don't think that's a good idea. We'll just do a normal traditional handoff. And I really wish I could turn on Chew Clock right now. That'd be really helpful, really beneficial. We could be done with this game by now. Kanye Roberts takes it to the 48-yard line, 2nd and 8. Okay. A 3rd read option? Really? You want to call read option again? What is this coach on? Keeping it. This is why he called read option, because Kenny George is goated on the sticks. He broke a tackle down the sideline. Kenny George to the 15. That's why he did it, because Kenny George is goated on the sticks. Huge play. Massive play. Mahusive, you could say. I don't know why you'd say it, but you could say it. Fire it. Tight end. End zone. Touchdown. Hokies. Kenny George is cooking. St. Germain with the touchdown, and he hits the Heisman pose. I think we might be on top of things. It's 35-10. Another read option. Does that linebacker or corner, whoever that is, he watched me. He was watching. He was ready. I wouldn't have got any yards on that if I would have kept it myself. And they want us to keep running the football. Well, if I could run the football, if I could chew clock, it'd be a lot easier. It'd be a heck of a lot easier. But these running backs they're really working. They are working hard for their paycheck. Read option. Nope, we're not going to keep it. I almost kept it. We're not keeping it. And I guess we just keep running this ball, man. I don't really know what else to do. I can't. Every time I go to change the play, it's just more runs. So it's not like I really can even change what I want to do here. But it's probably for the best, keeping the ball on the ground. And now they're calling a pass on 3rd and 5. And it's not even a great passing play. I don't like these routes at all, really. We're going to motion. We're going to get sacked because there's just really nobody open. 4th and 11, we punt the ball back to Old Dominion, but that's probably for the best, to be honest with you, because that takes more time off the clock in simulation. Yeah, look at that. They scored a touchdown, 35-17. It's not as big of a blowout as it would have been. But there's 41 seconds. I can run out 41 seconds. Oh, but Mac Drummond doesn't want to run out the clock. He wants to score a touchdown. down to the 37-yard line, calling a read option here. I probably should flip this flip and go to the other side, but I'm calling read option. I'm keeping it. Oh, not a good idea. Didn't work as good as it did last time. That's okay. Probably one final play, and we will be 2-0 in our Virginia Tech career. And that first game was on the road in Death Valley against number 16 Clemson. I'd say that's quite the debut. There's the snap, the handoff to Mac Drummond. He's going to get a lot of yards. We're stat padding Mac Drummond, that's for sure. Huge play, and that is going to be a 2-0 debut for Kenny George as the Virginia Tech starting quarterback. I wonder if we're going to be close to getting ranked, especially beating Clemson on the road. That's got to be worth something, right? It's got to be worth something. But a huge game for Kenny George. Couldn't be happier. What a W. What a debut for Kenny George. I mean, 2-0 start to his time here as the starter. His junior season's getting off to a good start. If we could win a big-time like bowl game or something, that'd be awesome. We got Luke Whitmore, coach. And it says his profile picture is Mr. Fizz. Okay? Hey, we're inviting any available players to hang out for a day at my house. We'll have dinner and a movie at night. I'll introduce you to my family as well. You don't have to come, but we'd love to have you. Go early and help set up. I want to be that kind of guy. I'm going to go early, absolutely, and I'll get there early to help set up anything I can do to help. Coach trust has been increased. I mean, it's not like we need coach trust. We already are pretty well off on coach trust. We're taking on Maryland in the next episode, so that's going to be pretty big. On the road in their place. So that's huge. That is huge. Are we getting any votes? We got to be getting some sort of votes, right? West Virginia. I don't see Virginia Tech receiving votes. What about in the coaches poll? No, Virginia Tech not getting votes. West Virginia's getting votes, but not Virginia Tech. So we still got a decent way to climb. We're not on the radar just yet, but we will get there eventually. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.